Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. It will knock that one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss in the yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
They can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun, Murray. Eagle pressure, too much this time. With a big-time sack on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Hurt! Right there, hurt! Unlock line! Hey, check that, streak!
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Hurt! Reload!
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing balls like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready! Hat the street!
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready!
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Check pass! No!
Another run here with Sanders. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Go,
Play action. Here's Hurts. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run in this contest.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
They're going for it. It's Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cook up the gut. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go check. Go check.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
18 Cardinal, 18, trap 50, trap 50.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's good for a 1st down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Here we go. Check.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this one is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Come back team! Come back team!
Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
77 Wolf! Flash! Three!
They'll try to run with Sanders, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ready! Coming like team! Hey!
Going for it with Sanders. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
To throw from his end zone, Murray. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is running here in the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action with Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And Cook has it left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did. for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Mings, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return. Touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, it's Cook again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the side. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Because they've caused big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hey, boys, we got this.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with it. That's a sack. It's on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, they've got a chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 19 and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. B.C. Johnson from 21 yards away.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And That's complete to Sanders. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That gain on third down, good for 28.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and a couple, Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He finds his target, Beckham.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Here we go. Head the street. Head the street.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check mash. Check mash.
Another run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Here we go. Come on, baby. Here we go.
22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play for 7 downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Murray. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. Pressure, too much this time. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Murray, one final try. This is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover. But it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP.